Have you ever thought of giving up? Perhaps in a blowout game, a difficult math problem, or just even an unattainable dream. Think of it like climbing a steep mountain. You might slip and fall, get tired and discouraged, or even encounter unexpected obstacles along the way. What would you do in those situations? Anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone would expect you to fall apart, now that is true strength. Never give up. At the top of that mountain lies a breathtaking view and a sense of accomplishment. Did you know that JK Rowling, the writer of the Harry Potter books, was repeatedly turned down 12 times before finding a publisher? Yes, even one of the most famous writers in the world had to persevere and overcome challenges. Learn how you can be as persistent as JK Rowling, how you can turn your life around during times where giving up seems like the easiest option, and how to untap your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. J.K. Rowling, or better known as Joanne Rowling, was born in Yate, England on July 31st, 1965. Rowling grew up in Chepstow, Gwent. Now, she knew as early as 6-year-old that she wanted to be a writer and wrote her first book about a rabbit. She attended Windian Comprehensive School and college, though she would eventually leave Windian in 1982 in favor of the University of Exeter in England. Here, she studied French to please her parents. She had originally wanted to study English literature, but her parents felt that it would take her nowhere. In 1990, on a train ride back to London, she got the idea to write Harry Potter. She would loosely base a lot of the situations Harry experienced in her story on her own life, including losing a parent. However, in 1990, it would be a dark time for Rowling, especially in December. Her mother Anne passed away due to multiple sclerosis. Life didn't get any easier. She continued to write Harry Potter and used the effects of her mother's death and other problems she was experiencing to develop the character of the young wizard. Years after graduating from college, she began to think of herself as a failure at this point. In 1993, her daughter Jessica was born. However, she came into this world with a not-so-perfect family. Rowling became a single parent when her marriage to an abusive Portugal TV journalist, Jorge Arantes, fell apart shortly after the birth of her daughter. The failed marriage caused her so much misery that she suffered clinical depression. After her divorce, she moved from Portugal to Edinburgh, Scotland, near her sister, Diane. She was living on welfare and struggling to support her family. Rowling used this as a motivation and continued to write Harry Potter. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. She had the basic idea for the story of a boy who discovers he is a wizard, and she began to develop the characters and plot over the next few years. Rowling wrote much of the series while she was living on government benefits and struggling financially. She wrote her first book in cafes and libraries, often with her infant daughter on her lap. She has said that the idea of an orphan boy who discovers he is a wizard resonated with her own feelings of isolation and abandonment. This concept alone gave her so much imagination and ideas to push through with more books for this one boy. In 1995, her story was finally finished. It was called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. She sent out the first 3 chapters to an agent. Despite its initial rejections, Rowling was determined and gave it a second try. Agent Christopher Little would eventually write Rowling back, asking to see the rest of the story. Christopher became Rowling's agent and sent Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone to several publishers, except many turned it down. But in 1996, Christopher was finally able to find a publisher in Bloomsbury Children's Book. Christopher had a plan to bring Harry Potter to an American market. He did this through an auction for publishing rights of the book. Arthur Levine won the bidding war and made an offer on behalf of Scholastic Books. In September of 1998, Harry Potter was published in the USA under a new name, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. A note on the name of J.K. Rowling. This is actually her pen name, based on a publishing suggestion. Publishers felt that her Harry Potter series would not sell well if readers knew that the woman wrote a wizard's tale. So, Rowling chose to use the abbreviation J.K. She had no middle name, so Rowling added the K to pay homage to her grandmother's name, Kathleen. The series faced some criticism, but that didn't stop her from continuing it. She remained humble, she focused on herself, and kept writing. If you want to know what a man's like, take a good look at how he treats his inferiors, not his equal. Eventually, the Harry Potter series became a cultural phenomenon, selling more than 500 million copies worldwide and being adapted into a successful film franchise. The Harry Potter fantasy series won several book awards. It won the Smarties Prize a record 3 times in a row. But with a natural, charitable spirit, Rowling withdrew the novel from the contest to give chance to other books to gain recognition. In 2000, the 4th installment, entitled Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which was released in the UK and in the US, broke the sales records of the 2 countries. Comparatively, The Prisoner of Azkaban sold more than 300 copies in a year, while the 4th book sold 300,000 copies in just a day. Her book was later adapted to film in the equally famous Harry Potter film series. The huge fortune she earned was later shared to charitable institutions. She then established in 2000 the Valant Charitable Trust, which helps in alleviating social inequality and poverty. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not live at all, in which case you fail by default. JK Rowling. If you're feeling discouraged, just think about JK Rowling. If she hadn't given up after the first rejection, we might never have known the magic of Hogwarts and the wizarding world. Never give up. If you're feeling discouraged or overwhelmed, just remember that JK Rowling didn't become a household name by taking the easy road. She did it by working hard, staying focused, and never giving up on her dreams. And the best part is, you can do the same. You might not all become the best-selling authors, but you can achieve amazing things if you are willing to put in the work and believe in yourself. Don't second guess your great ideas. Have you ever had a brilliant idea only to talk yourself out of it before even giving it a chance? Give it a chance to breathe, to grow, to take flight. Sure, not every idea will be a winner, but if you don't ever give your ideas a chance, you'll never know what could have been. And who knows, you might just come up with the next Harry Potter. Be patient and accept criticism. Now, those 2 things can be hard to swallow, but are so important to success. If you're feeling frustrated or discouraged, just remember, success takes time and effort. You may not get it right on the first try, but that's okay. Be patient with yourself and with the process, and don't be afraid to accept feedback and criticism from others. So let's take a page out of J.K. Rowling's book and never give up. Don't second guess your great ideas and embrace patience and criticism. With a little bit of perseverance and a whole lot of magic, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered to me. Had I really succeeded at anything else, I might never have found the determination to succeed in the one arena I believe I truly belong. J.K. Rowling. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor, support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon, you will be on your way to